We begin tonight, of course, with the decision to attempt to eradicate Mycoplasma bovis. It will cost $886 million or thereabouts. Katie Milne, the CEO of Federated Farmers, called it having a crack. Seated beside her in the centre of a group of agricultural representatives, the Prime Minister said, and I quote, "We have one shot to eradicate and we are doing it together." The announcement was made in Wellington less than an hour ago. The devastating impact on the farms and farmers who will have their herds culled, like it or not, was offset against the national interest and the national herd, 20,000 dairy and beef farms across the country. Here's some of what the Prime Minister said.
We essentially had three options in front of us today: phased eradication, long-term management, or doing nothing. Our plan to eradicate Mycoplasma bovis over time will require significant resources from both government and the industry, but to not act would cost even more. Cabinet today agreed with a decision that was essentially indicated by industry last week on a phased eradication plan that all up could cost $886 million. Paid for in partnership between government and industry. Of this, $870 million is the cost of the response, including compensation, and there will be an estimated $16 million cost to the industry due to lost production as well. To not act at all is estimated to cost the industry $1.3 billion in lost production over a 10-year period, with ongoing productivity losses across our farming sector. This does not include the unquantifiable cost of what allowing the disease to remain in New Zealand would have on the well-being of our rural communities.
Jacinda Ardern speaking about an hour ago. We will have more from the Prime Minister later in Checkpoint. $886 million. Now, seated beside her, and the seating plan did appear a pointed declaration that the government and Federated Farmers are of a like mind on this, was Fed Farmers CEO Katie Milne.
This is one of those times when you've got to take that call and have a crack. We're looking after the whole of New Zealand's herd. And unfortunately, it means that there's less than 0.5% that are going to have to take the knock for the rest of us. We're going to wrap around some really good support around our farmers who are going to go through this. This is a tough time, and the pain and anguish they're going to go through is really hideous, and we have to support them as neighbours, as community members, farmers, friends, and so on. And our focus is going to be to continue on to make sure that they get that support and make sure that the system provides the compensation quickly and adequately and all those things to make this as easy a process as it can be, given it's such a difficult process.
Katie Milne, you would have heard her saying the pain and anguish the farmers are going to go through is really hideous.